If you are looking for some support for current affairs, if you are a fresher, you are a working professional, you are a repeater, but you want some support for current affairs, then I have a program for you. I have given the brochure and also the announcement video link in the description. You can watch if you are interested. Hello all, welcome back to Current Affairs Hitlist series. I am Guna Mathivanan from Offices IAS Academy. In today's video, we are going to discuss about the Indian Penal Code, the Criminal Procedure Code, the Indian Evidence Act. It is getting replaced by a series of new codes. One by one we will see. All these codes, IPC and all, it was introduced by Britishers. What IPC does? IPC, Indian Penal Code, that deals with crimes and list of punishments. Murder, what is the punishment? Rape, what is the punishment? That is IPC. CRPC, Criminal Procedure Code. That code will give you what is the procedure to be followed during prosecution, during trial, while giving punishments. Procedure will be given by CRPC. Evidence Act, that talks about what kind of evidences can be furnished, collected from the accused. All those is defined in the Indian Evidence Act. One by one we will see, because everything is changed now. So first one is Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita. Second here refers to, we introduced a bill initially which was rejected. We came with a second version. So the second version is what is mentioned here. Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita. Parliament has passed. Now this code has been passed. Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, President gave assent. Okay. So this is replacing the Indian Penal Code 1860. Right. So the Indian Penal Code was having 511 sections. Now the new one will have only 358 sections. This means a lot of provisions has been deleted. A lot of provisions has been deleted, but remember, a lot of provisions has been added as well. And also remember, the punishments for various crimes has been made severe as per the new code. So we are not going to go through all the 358 sections, that is not required. The most important areas where deletion, addition, omission happened, that we will try to understand. Right. Key changes. Offenses against the body. That is, if you take IPC, IPC is criminalizing acts such as murder, abetment of suicide, someone is inducing a suicide, assault or causing grievous hurt. All these are criminalized by IPC. IPC is criminalizing these acts. Now, the new one, the BNS2, that retains these provisions, and it is also adding some new offenses. What is it? Organized crime, terrorism, murder or grievous hurt by a group on certain grounds, mob lynching. All these are added in the Indian Penal. Previously in the IPC it was not there. In the BNS2 we are adding organized crime, terrorism, mob lynching. With respect to sexual offenses against women, if you take the IPC, IPC is criminalizing rape, voyeurism. What is voyeurism? Act of seeing others without their permission. Right. So we see this, right, in hotels. Pinhole cameras are kept. People watch the private actions of others. That is voyeurism. Stalking, insulting the modesty of a woman. IPC criminalizes. Now BNS2, it retains these provisions. At the same time, it increases the threshold for the victim. Previously, as per the IPC, women 16 years of age was called as major. As per the amendment, now women with 18 years of age, the victim women I am saying, will be called as major. And also this criminalizes sexual intercourse with a woman by deceitful means or making false promises. Someone making a false promise that I will give you this, I will give you that, I will get you that job done, I will get you a chance in cinema. Saying this, a person getting into a sexual intercourse with women, and after that, this is a false promise. Right? When that promise is not kept, then that is also a criminalizing act as per the BNS2. Right? Sedition. So sedition has been removed under BNS2. IPC 124A, IPC 124 Clause A, that is defining what is sedition as per Indian Penal Code. But now this BNS2 has removed the provision of sedition. But however, though the term sedition was removed, but the features of sedition is still continued on a different context. What is sedition? Anyone or whoever, either by word spoken or visual representation or symbol or otherwise, creates or attempt to create a hatredness or contempt against the government established by law, will be inviting an imprisonment of 3 years to life imprisonment. That is called a sedition. We discussed already. Sedition has been removed. Apart from that, it says exciting or attempting or to excite secession, armed rebellion, or any subversive activities attacking the government. All right, encouraging feelings of separatist activities, endangering the sovereignty or unity of integrity of India. So any action, if that results in all these acts, right, the offense may involve exchange of words, signs, electronic communication, or use of financial means. All this is punishable. So sedition as a terminology has been removed, but the features of sedition has actually continuing. It is expanding only. Organized crime has been defined and expanded. Now, organized crime will include kidnapping, extortion, contract killing, land grabbing, financial scam, cyber crime. Right. Now, attempting or committing organized crime under the BNS2 will invite life imprisonment or death. So, you are becoming a part or you are trying to attempt an organized crime. Then, if you are convicted, it will invite you life imprisonment or death. Terrorism. So, the recent changes is including terrorism into the act. Terrorism is defined here. It says that any act that threaten the unity, integrity, security, or economic security of the country, strike terror in people or any section of people in India, attempting or committing terrorism will be a punishable with life imprisonment or death. So you threaten or you strike terror, then you will invite life imprisonment or death punishment. Mob lynching has been defined on certain grounds. What are the grounds? Race, caste, sex, language, personal belief. 5 or more people on these grounds, if they are involving in an act of murder or causing grievous hurt, then they will be getting a life imprisonment or death. Community service. So if you are involving in a theft of a property of less than 5,000 rupees, or you are consuming some intoxicating substance in the public place and causing annoyance, or you are threatening a public servant from doing their task by threatening that they are going to commit suicide, for all these act, punishment will be community service. Right? The magistrate will be saying that what kind of community service you can do for all these punishments. Imprisonment will not be there. Community service will be the punishment. Right? What are the issues? What are the issues with respect to this BNS2? So, age of criminal responsibility is retained at 7 years. That is, if someone is committing a crime, if the kid's age is less than 7 years, then that means that that kid is, so we will, as per the IPC, as per the Indian Penal Code, that means the kid is not fully aware of the consequence of that crime. So we should not treat that child as a criminal and should not punish. That is what IPC says. Okay, 7 years. In certain cases, it extends up to 12 years. The same provisions are retained in the BNS2. The same provisions are retained. But what UN says, that age should be more than 12 years. But what we are doing, we are keeping it as 7 years. So critics highlight this issue. Several offences overlap with special laws. For example, terrorism. We have Unlawful Activities Prevention Act, UAPA, we discussed in class. So this adding terrorism in the generalized BNS2 code that is coming up with a different punishment, that is coming up with a different procedure. UAPA comes up with a different punishment, which comes with a different procedure. So there are many instances, there are overlap with specialized laws. This is going to create multiple regulatory regime, and that is going to result in multiple charges. That is going to increase the cost of compliance. And this BNS2 has retained the provisions of IPC on rape and sexual harassment. It has retained. It has not considered the recommendation of Justice Verma Committee. The Verma Committee was set up in response to the Nirbhaya case. The Verma Committee recommendations was not incorporated here. For example, making the offense of rape as gender neutral and including marital rape as an offense. All these are recommendations given by Verma Committee, which was not incorporated in the BNS2. Similarly, what is this community service? What will be the terms of the service? That is not clearly mentioned. So, these are the issues with respect to BNS2. Alright.